Hi, I'm Dave, owner of Future Past Vintage Collectibles with my daughter Rachel.
Hello!
As we are every week, talking about comic book content.
Yes, if you're new, that's what we focus on, is comic book, basically everything. We do unboxings, we talk about the things that we like. We usually don't talk about top 10 stuff, so if that's what you're looking for, we don't really talk about that, but we do talk about a lot of other things.
Yeah, we're not as price focused. Not that we don't talk about prices, but this is not the place I think that you should get the news. I think we do a lot of introductions to different titles, to different genres, and it's more about just a deeper dive into comic books. We are really interested in prices, and it's something I research every day, but there's lots of channels, that's all they talk about, and what we're going to do is kind of stay out of what's hot in the top 10, talk about what's been hot for the last 40 years or 50 years or whatever. So it's just that's what we focused on.
Yes.
Yeah. And an example is today we've bought a lot of books in the last 6-8 weeks. They haven't stopped, so they're piling up. Thousands and thousands to go through. And I want to just pull out some things that are of interest. I'm going to end up selling them all in our claim sales, but these are keys, and I recently bought, 1,400 books that were picked through, cherry-picked to the hilt. Even the things that were supposed to be there weren't there when I got there because they all sold, and they were the key reasons I went to get the books. But the more I go through it, there's so much here that I'm really surprised got picked through and overlooked by everyone. It's really like this is the remnants of people picking, and that's kind of the point that I'm making, is that while you may be looking for keys or someone who's investing in comics or trying to fill things or figure out things they want to collect, I think just looking for what everyone else is looking for could be a major mistake in terms of investment or in terms of value, because like I'll show you tonight in this show, is we have a lot of stuff that got picked through by countless people, conventions, everything, and it's good stuff. So all of it sells. I mean, when we sell this stuff, it sells instantly. That has to do with the price and the grade.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to quickly announce before we show you guys the books we're going to show you today that we have a claim sale here on YouTube on Friday, July 14th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have a lot of books to show you guys. We're really excited.
We're going to have some mid-grade stuff. We're going to have some keys, some affordable books. We've done really well with these. We end up selling out of almost everything we do because we are very good at that cross-section of price and grade.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and selection. It's always very eclectic.
Yeah. If you're looking for moderns, we're probably not the place.
We will have some moderns, but they'll be like
modern
weird one-offs.
2010 maybe.
Yeah, and they're like
random
weird one-offs. Yeah.
There's usually some kind of variant or a signature book or something like that.
Yeah. So we'll see you there on Friday, July 14th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure that you follow us and click the little notification bell so that you're notified whenever we go live. And yeah, we're excited. We'll see you guys then.
So this is primarily stuff from a cherry pick collection, but some of the Fourth World stuff I have from Jack Kirby I bought in another collection of all Fourth World.
Oh, okay.
So I have them mixed in. This is one of those.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, number 134. It is the first cameo of Darkseid.
Yeah, this Neil Adams cover. This is a book that just really stays popular. Never had a problem selling one of these. They're difficult to find in high grade. They're very expensive, and they really kind of heralded in a character, Darkseid, who's still being embraced by DC Comics.
Yeah.
Here's another one that I picked up.
This is New Gods number 1. It's the premiere issue, the first Orion, the first a bunch of people. A lot of key significance in this book from 1970.
Yeah, this kind of cracked the Fourth World wide open with Jack Kirby doing all of his own stuff. Yep. And this was just randomly in the Fourth World stuff.
Destroyer Duck.
This is the first appearance of Gru the Wanderer. It's a really nice copy right there, too.
It's awesome.
Yeah, if you didn't know that...
Yeah, that's really good.
If you didn't know that, yeah. Well, so there's a whole story behind this, and I'll tell you what, if you want to know that story, look it up on Comic Tropes. Maybe you can put it down there. He does a whole story about an artist and his history with Howard the Duck and why he ended up doing this. And this is where Gru showed up for the first time. So it's actually a pretty cool book, yeah.
You've seen this before. Demon number 1. The first appearance of Demon from 1972.
Yeah, this book also stays very hot. Maybe not on your radar. Jack Kirby, kind of like going into the supernatural. I dig this entire series. I think all the covers are great.
Demon's great.
Stories were great.
DC 20 Center, that's our bread and butter.
Yeah, this is kind of like my wheelhouse.
Commandy number 1. First to Commandy.
This is another book that I have had in my collection most of my life. Love Commandy, always that cover's reminiscent of Planet of the Apes.
I know, I was just thinking, I was like, that's Planet of the Apes.
Last Boy on Earth got some really strange stuff going on, Jack Kirby, and then Jack Kirby was followed up by Joe Kubert. So those two did a lot of covers on this. Pretty cool.
Great. We've shown this before too, Forever People #1.
Yeah, this has a weird sun stain.
Yeah, you can kind of see it in the R at the top.
It's actually a super nice copy except for that. But anyway, this is also another fourth world, just blow up in your face, great book. And so is this one.
Mr. Miracle #1. First appearance of Mr. Miracle from 1971.
You can escape anything.
It's a great cover.
Great covers on Mr. Miracle. And Mr. Miracle went on into the 90s with another series. So Mr. Miracle's been around for a long time.
This is Kong the Untamed #1 from 1975. Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah, one of the cheaper Bernie Wrightson books. If you want to start a Bernie Wrightson starter kit, start with this because of price. Fantastic Bernie Wrightson art, but it's a little bit after his heyday on some other stuff. And he also had just done all that stuff for House of Mystery, and he was, some of the best stuff he ever drew.
But yeah, this cover's great. I'm surprised it's not more expensive considering.
Yeah, but it's a book I've always had in my collection. This is a good one.
Man Bat #1, Jim Aparo.
Yeah, any Batman collector, if you can get a very high grade copy, that purple cover is just unmerciful on spine ticks. It really kind of makes it, if you like high grade, it's hard to look at. That's a pretty nice copy.
This is a nice. We had a lower grade copy that we sold.
Yeah, this is a nicer mid to high grade. I haven't inspected it fully yet,
but it looks really nice.
I wanted to show this book.
This is Outer Limits
This is in that pick through
3.
collection.
It's from 1964.
Yeah, I just wanted to show those aliens. These are by far the worst aliens I've ever seen drawn. It
doesn't look like a little kid did them.
I know, they're so bad that I like it. It's like, how much imagination someone has to make a creature from another planet in the first place, and this guy kind of looks like something like the Hamburglar turned green, and he's got eye patches.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, in the pick through collection,
Machine Man #1 from 1978. You have a 9.8 of this, don't you?
I have a couple. I love this book because it's Jack Kirby goodness, and I like Machine Man. So there's a bunch of stuff like this. Here's another example.
Again, this was picked through, which is surprising. Justice League #51. This is the first Silver Age appearance of Zatanna. Get a good... I love this cover. It's so cool.
Yep, and there's a lot of Zatanna fans out there, so this is a pretty important.
All right, so this is Magnus Robot Fighter #14. It may actually not even be #14. This is a reprint, we think.
Yeah, it's a reprint. It's a gold key. I like it.
Yeah, it's from 1972.
I like it because it's in really high grade and it presents
and
fantastic.
It's pink.
Yeah, that's not why I like it.
That's why I like it. Longshot #1, first appearance of Longshot. We've had many copies of this in the past.
Popular book in the comic boom, which I call the comic bust. It definitely blew up for a while, but a lot of collectors that collect X-Men and other X series really like this. So,
Web of Spider-Man #90. This is a newsstand.
Yep.
The debatable first appearance of Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, there's a poster right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Cool. This is Iron Man and Submariner #1, 1868.
Yep, this book blew up a little bit and has calmed back down.
I'd never seen this before.
I've had a history with this book. We've always known about this book. I had a Iron Man #1 a long time ago. I never had a Submariner #1, but it was just...
Yeah, I'd never
I'm telling you, box after box of stuff like this.
Great cover on this.
And we'll just keep going.
Is ISIS #1. You remember ISIS.
Yep.
1976.
Saturday morning cartoons, folks. Bring it in.
Dad's got that nice slab set for his PC. Here is Hellblazer #1 from 1988. It's the first solo of Constantine.
Yep. So if you're a Sandman fan, I'm surprised if you haven't gone into Hellblazer yet.
It's got that Sandman vibe, too, on the cover. Like that
Same style.
second series, yeah.
Same style.
All right, Groovy #1 from 1968. And it is groovy.
It just looks very 1968.
It is, in fact,
from a guy
groovy.
who was alive in 1968. It was just sitting there minding its own business.
Godzilla #1, first Marvel Godzilla, 1977.
There's 3 of them in there, actually.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. The reason this stuff was passed up, the prices were like triple what they should have been.
That's fair.
And really, I mean, I would sell these books for way less than what the sticker was. Because Just because.
Yeah.
If you're trying not to sell a comic book, price it for way too much, and you'll just get people that aren't even interested in negotiating with you. And I'm a firm believer in right pricing in comics.
Yeah.
For the time that we're in, or not selling them.
Yeah.
There are some comics I think you can put out there. So this Weird Science is a good example. If you look this up, a 6.5 is worth like $7.50 right now. No way I would sell this for $7.50. I know as a fact one of the highest copies just sold in a higher grade, and most of these are selling outside of the known market. They're
right.
not. It's not being registered. So.
And you're not going to sell that until you get a nicer copy. Anyway.
First of all, I spent more on this book than that.
Yeah. Well, you got it raw and then slabbed it.
Yeah, I bought it as a raw 7.0 and it came back 6.5.
Yeah, which was a bummer. So you won't sell that till you replace it. I know.
I don't know, but 6.5 is not what I wanted. I really wanted. I was hoping I can get a 7.5 or an 8.0. 8.0 would be great. 8.0 and up from that book.
Yeah, it's old.
It's going to be pricey. Anyway, we'll keep going.
All right, what else we got?
Yeah, I just wanted to show this because people, you may or may not care about scorpions, but I like them.
First appearance, Scorpion number 1.
When I say Scorpion, what I'm really talking about is Atlas Comics. So my brother and I, we were buying Atlas when they first came out. We were reading Marvel and DC primarily with your basic Archies here and there and some stuff. But when this came out, we were checking them out. So they had a lot of titles, and this is just one of them. So I like these in grade. This is another book I always look for in really high grade.
Talking about Isis, Shazam, first appearance of Isis.
Yep, first appearance of Isis, who is
Number
Black
25.
Adam's girlfriend, and she died during the
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, during the mix-up.
Spoiler.
So here's a couple of low-grade comics. I'll just hand you some.
All right.
That were in that box. But anyway, it's because like I said, they were priced entirely too high. But something like this priced right, which I don't know what that is, if it's $10 or $8.
I can't. There we go. There's that one. This is
Probably a very good or a very good plus.
1973, Volume 2.
It's a pretty cool book to pick up.
Skull the Slayer number 1 from
Yep.
1975. First appearance of Skull the Slayer.
Another cool book to pick up.
And my favorite.
Yeah, and this was
House.
priced ridiculously for having some issues that you can tell.
Yeah, you can see the staining.
And somebody that might be able to have some wet cleaning skills and get that off. I don't mess with that.
That's a scary game to play.
For me, I press and clean books, but it's really just to improve things, not to change them. So
But we love that trope.
I'm not saying anything negative about it.
We just don't do
that's
that.
the way I want to sell it.
Yeah, we're going to sell it with that on there.
These are way cool.
Space 1999. This is from 1975. It's Charlton.
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of this style of cover. I don't really like it. I'm going to be honest.
It's somewhat boring.
It's just, I don't know.
We had that Bionic Woman we just sold in our last sale. It's similar to that. It did have an action scene
It was
in the
more
back, though.
cartoony, though, than this. This is too realistic for me, I think. All right, here is Silver Surfer 44, a debut of Infinity Gauntlet. If you know, you know. 1990, Thanos.
Yep.
Sick cover. Showcase 97, the origin and first solo title of Power Girl. 1978.
I just sold one of these, and this is a pretty nice copy. The paper on these is super thick. You'd be surprised.
We got a few issues of this, too, in that box, I think.
Did we?
I think so. Here is Savage She-Hulk, number 1, origin and first appearance of She-Hulk. 1980.
Yeah, and I don't mind having, like, let's say they're 8.0s, 8.5s. Then I can make them affordable. I usually price them way under what slabs are going. It's kind of difficult to nail down a price on these, but not for me. I've done pretty good. Most of our books move fast.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and slabs are kind of dead now.
Not really. There's a lot of people selling slabs. It's just not what we're focused on anymore.
Yeah, they're dead to us. Not really. Here's OMAC number 1. We've had many copies of this.
Yep.
The Weird Box Woman.
She's awesome.
This is like one of the whiter ones that we've had. We've had some super yellowy ones in the past.
That particular issue deals with yellowing a lot. I sold a 9.8 of that about 6 months ago for, I think, $350.
Yeah, that was a nice one. That was non-stained. Here's Miss Marvel 18, the first Mystique.
I was just sitting there, waiting for a home.
Ready for us to take
Of this
it.
whole run, that is the hottest book. And yeah, there's others, by the way. There was a spattering of Miss Marvels that were pretty nice. They were
Vision on there.
higher mid-grade. There was 4 copies of this.
Marvel Spotlight 32. First appearance of Jessica Drew, a.k.a. Spider-Woman. I don't remember how much this was priced originally, but...
Oh, probably $180. I don't know, some crazy number.
Yeah, and this is not...
Is that the one? There's one with a tear. I don't think that's it.
If it's on the front cover, I don't see. This is like a very fine plus minimum.
Very Fine Plus is a good grade for that.
Yeah, I didn't see the back, so I don't know what the back looks like.
Yeah. Here's some more Atlas goodness.
Morlock 2001, #1. That cover's crazy. What is that thing?
He's cool. It's
like
a cool
him.
monster, but I think it's funny because this came out in the 70s.
Kind of looks like a Groot one.
And it's 2001, and that's where we were supposed to be 20 years ago, right?
Where is the monster, you guys? He never came.
People like this book. It's a pretty popular book.
Yeah, Marvel Superhero Contest of Champions, #1.
Newsstand. That's a nice book.
There we go. That Hulk just changes every year. Hulk looks different.
Any Marvel spotlights with Deathlock, I like them.
Here's
in high
33.
grade, they're great.
Yeah, this is Marvel Spotlight
Big
33.
Deathlock fan.
Deathlock.
One of these puppies were in there.
Marvel Team Up. 141.
Newsstand.
Early appearance of Black Outfit.
And Newstand's the way to go on these if they're in high grade. Yeah.
Any Black Outfit is the best.
and I like picking these up any chance I can. Sandman #1. This is the second series.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Golden Age series, different character. Then now this character, and then the third series was the one that they just did on Netflix.
I wish we had the first series. I'd love to see those.
Yeah. So they're sick.
I would love to see that.
Because he wore a gas mask in a suit.
I saw a reprint
It looks
book
scary
of them.
then. It's scary now. It's just cool. Yeah.
We got a couple copies of this. Marvel Superheroes 13. First Carol Danvers.
Yep.
Sentry. And
Last but not least.
Marvel Team Up #1. If you know, you know.
It's low grade, but there's lots of people that want to own a copy of that in any grade. Mm-hmm. So somebody will make a home for it. And then I have a bonus book.
I know. I was like, I keep seeing that in there. What are you doing with that?
Go ahead and read what it is.
This is Showcase #80 with the Phantom Stranger in the Mylar. It looks so good.
It's not. I mean, it's low grade. So there's something wrong with this book. I forget if it's a big stain on the back or whatever, which was disappointing. But I want to talk about the book for a second. So this is Neil Adams. Neil Adams cover, and kicked off the Phantom Stranger series, which was after this. Phantom Stranger was carried over from the Golden Age. Phantom Stranger, as a run, has some of the best covers. It's right up there, and things I like Unexpected, Witching Hour, House of Secrets, House of Mystery.
So cool.
Has some great artists doing some great covers. So Jim Aparo did a fantastic cover for them. There's all kinds of different artists. So anyway.
Really cool. I haven't seen this.
The reason I don't think this isn't a bigger is a reprint.
Oh.
So it's really just the cover. Now, the cover's great. But actually, there's other covers I think I'd invest in personally before this one. Now, if I happen upon a high-grade copy of this, I'm keeping it. Just so you know.
Yeah, because I can see the water stain on this one on the front.
Yeah, it's
so that's a bummer. I'm sure you're sad when you saw that.
Well, I wasn't happy. I mean, I'm happy to have a copy of it and happy to sell it, but it won't stay at home with me.
It will not be your PC.
No. So, what else do we have? That's it, right?
That's it. That's all we're showing today.
Yep.
Don't forget to follow us over on Instagram because we do claim sales every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if we do surprise claim sales on YouTube or surprise claim sales over there, we always post about it on Instagram. So definitely follow us over there if you're not already. And then don't forget to subscribe so that you can get notified when we post videos and when we go live, which we've been doing more often lately.
We have.
It's been really fun.
Well, hopefully you liked our content. Check us out next time. We have some slabs coming in from some auctions and some fun stuff to look at. We have plenty of books to look at.
We sure do.
Okay, till next time.
See you guys. Bye.